Conversations with Nicole. Conversations with Nicole. Let's talk about it. Tell me all about it. I'm here. I wanna know what's on your mind. Ooh, the world needs to hear from you, and I'm so glad to have a conversation to reach the nation. And it's all about you. We'll help each other to discover innovative ways to positively change the world. Let's talk about, let's talk about, yeah. Let's talk about Conversations with Nicole.
Greetings. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Conversations with Nicole. I am Nicole Everett, your host, and Conversations with Nicole is a talk show based in Tallahassee, Florida, focused on connecting the community through conversations. And today is what I call Wellness Wednesday, which is an opportunity for you, me, and my guests to talk about whatever it is we want to talk about. And today we are going to talk about emotional freedom technique, also known as tapping. Now, I know you may be wondering, what is tapping? Well, my very special guest, Miss Jenetta Nelson, a social worker, a community chick, a just all around great lady, is going to come and share with us tonight. So I am excited and delighted to have Miss Jenetta on. I see her around the community doing great and wonderful things, working with Sickle Cell Foundation, as well as some other organizations. So I'm going to bring her on in just a little bit. But before I do, I want to hear from you. Where are you tuning in from? Let us know in the comments. We are live on YouTube as well as on Facebook. And this is an interactive, safe space for us to communicate with one another. We are all about being our best selves and encouraging one another to get our checkup from the neck up, connecting with clinicians of color, and just taking care of those things that have maybe given us some issues in the past. We're trying to identify some new solutions to some old problems, as our great friend Dr. Ken Fowler used to say. So again, we want to hear from you. Let us know, city and state, in the comments so we can give you a shout out. I see you, James Coleman, in Deerfield Beach, Broward County, Florida. Represent. Thank you for being here. And my mom is on down in South Florida, Miami. Thank you for being here, Ma. I appreciate you so much. We got Iris Davis Pendleton here in Tallahassee. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. And also Sherry Williamson in Long Island. Yes, I love it. Thank you for being here. And my good buddy, Gerald Tooks, co-founder of Greater Works Network. Thank you for being here, right here in Tallahassee as well. And Miss Jeanette down in Miami Gardens. Yes, mom's friend. Thank you for being there. I appreciate you, Miss Jeanette. All right. Well, I am going to go ahead and introduce you all to Miss Jenetta. Jenetta is a social worker with almost 30 years of domestic and international experience. She worked in various areas of social work, such as medical, administrative, mental health, hospice, and in the United Kingdom was a deputy supervisor in the Child Protection Department. She currently resides in Tallahassee and is the program director at the Sickle Cell Foundation, contract master level therapist. She also provides life coaching and professional listening skills under her business, Beyond Your Surface LLC. She is the mother of one child, her daughter, who transitioned in 2020. Due to that life-changing experience, she had to redefine who she was and develop healthy coping skills in order to keep moving forward. Emotional freedom tapping is a method she has used for a few years, which has helped to create a sense of calmness and allows her focus on the present moment and not stress about circumstances out of her control. Y'all, help me welcome Miss Jenetta Nelson.
Hello. Hello, Nicole. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. So tell the peoples. I mean, I talked a little bit about who Jenetta Nelson is and what you do, but tell us a little bit more about you. Who is Jenetta Nelson? Not what you do,
Who
but who are you?
who is Jenetta? Jenetta Nelson has developed herself to be a very confident, self assured woman who loves herself and accepts herself for who she is. I have learned I'm a woman who has found a way to balance my emotions and deal with the world in a healthy way. And this is a major accomplishment because of the type of world that we're living in today and facing some of the most difficult situations in life and still maintain that inner peace. That doesn't mean that I'm perfect and I don't have my moments because we all do. I'm human before anything else, but I'm a woman who loves to pay it forward.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever I learn, whatever I gain, whatever helps me, I thrive on sharing it with others. And I think that's just who I am innately, because I did it even before I became a degreed social worker or a certified life coach. It's just that I feel that part of my purpose, one of my purposes on this earth is to inspire and uplift and encourage other people through the life experiences that they have and help them to understand that you are a spiritual being having a human experience and that you have a lot more control over your circumstances and how you respond than you can ever imagine.
I love that. Love all of that. So it sounds like there has been some growth. There have been some times of maybe trials and tribulations, but you have navigated through that. And that's a beautiful thing.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes. Life has been just like everyone else. I have a story. We're all on a journey.
Mm,
And the one thing that I've learned in life, and this is through the most difficult thing that a parent can go through, is that in some kind of way, it all works out for our good. Whatever we experience, we have great experiences and we have great lessons in life. And it
indeed.
took a while, but I finally got it and I understand. And
Okay.
so learning how to accept that helps
Yeah.
me to be able to navigate a little easier through life.
Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank
Well, yeah. Well, I am again excited that you're here and really ready to get into this topic. But before we do, I have a disclaimer that I like to read when I have clinicians on. And so that is that all topics, past, present, and future, on Conversations with Nicole are for informational purposes only, and they are not to be used as a diagnosis for treatment or an answer to any personal issues related to the topic being discussed before, during, or after the program. All right, so we got a few more people on that I definitely want to recognize. And Gerald said, "That's my friend." Yes, my friend. Sharice Du Bois, my classmate who is in Atlanta. Thank you for being here. My sister, my blood sister, Shayla, who is down in South Florida. Thank you for being here. And Tammy Lockley. Yes, it all works out for our good. Indeed. Thank you for being here, Tammy. So again, this is interactive, y'all. So we want to hear from y'all tonight. So bring those questions, bring those comments on. So let's start out with talking about what is emotional freedom technique. Also, I call it like a AKA, better known as BKA, tapping. What is it?
So, tapping is really a holistic healing method. Okay. Now, and I have to also do a disclaimer that this technique does not apply to every condition, especially chronic conditions. But it is a method that can bring immediate relief if we allow it to do so, okay? But it's a holistic healing that addresses issues related to stress, anxiety, phobia, even weight management. And on a more intense level, it also addresses issues related to addiction. Tapping comes from the Chinese culture of acupressure. And so
Okay.
it's a combination of the acupressure and modern psychology combined together to create a holistic healing. Or I don't like to really say the word healing because I don't want to put that out there that you're completely healed of anything.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely, it brings a, a balance, a spiritual balance, emotional balance, energy balance in your life. Okay.
Okay.
And I have been doing it now, like you said, for a few years, and I had to. How I got into it is that I had some significant life changing experiences back in 2020, and I had to develop a healthy way of coping with life experiences.
Mm.
And so my goal is to help others to be able to develop that without having to go through the life changing experiences that I went through. Emotional tapping, I mean, it's called EFT for short. Okay, EFT tapping. It's been also used for weight management
Mm.
because it involves tapping on meridians in our body. We have 12 meridians in our body.
Mm-hmm.
10 of them are associated with the organs in our body.
Mm.
The other two, one is attached to our emotional and our spiritual well being, and the other one is associated with managing or controlling our metabolism. So that's where the weight management comes in, but that's more on an intense level.
Okay.
I will be doing basic tapping tonight. We will go through a round of basic tapping so that you all can experience some relief from some of the things that you may be facing.
Okay. So let me pause. I see you, Anton. Antoine, thank you for being here. And Miss Carissa Hunter from the Sickle Cell Foundation. Thank you for being here. So let's back up a little bit because I want to involve the viewers. I want to know if you all don't mind sharing, have any of you utilized tapping before or emotional freedom technique? If you let us know in the comments, again, safe space, no judgment. We all are learning from one another. If you've used tapping before, let us know in the comments if you have. I will say that I first found out, I have not used it, but I first found out about it from watching a Jan Van Zant. She, I think it was a show or something, a video of some sort that I saw her utilizing those techniques, and it was very interesting to me. And so I, did a little bit of reading up on it, but have never again used it for myself. So I'm really excited about having you here so you can, learn us something today about it. Hmm. All right. Antoine said, I'm not sure. Okay, and that's fine. Um, Michelle, thank you for being here. She said she got her hand raised. So, okay. So she has tried it. All right. So talk to us a little bit about these meridians. I mean, maybe
Okay.
folks may not have heard of meridians. Like what are those? Where are they located? And
All right.
how can we
Okay.
find
Okay. So some believe that we are spiritual beings in a vessel.
them?
Okay. So being a spiritual being, we have energy
Mm-hmm.
flowing through our body, where the meridian is the pathway for the energy to flow.
Mm. Okay.
And if that pathway gets blocked and that energy cannot flow, then we start experiencing some physical responses to it.
Okay.
So let's just say one analogy like I like to use is, let's think of a river flowing. It's flowing freely with no problems. But then if you start adding sand to it,
Mm-hmm.
okay, let's just say you start experiencing stress in life, if you start having family problems, you're
Mhm.
having financial problems, problems on the job, that's the sand that's not coming in into that river, that flow, that river flow. And when
Mm.
you get a lot of that coming in, what happens? It turns into mud, and then it cuts and it impacts the flow of the river, and the stress and the life experiences that we have, it impacts the energy flowing through our body. If you
Mm.
have points where you're feeling really tense in your body, or you
Mhm.
may feel some pain, a lot of times the energy is blocked, and sometimes it doesn't take a whole lot to unblock it. And
Mm.
with the tapping, what it does is just like acupuncture from the Chinese culture,
Mhm.
but we're using the tip of our fingers to
Okay.
actually to apply pressure on the meridian points, okay, to
Okay.
open up to open up the pathway, okay.
Mhm.
And like I said, there are 12 meridians. Tonight we will focus only on 9 of them.
Okay.
So once you've actually combined that with statements, positive statements, those two combined is to provide a balance, an overall balance of your body, your energy, and allows it to flow freely. Your stress level, your anxiety symptoms can be reduced
Okay.
once you go through the process of tapping.
Mhm.
And like I said, tonight we're doing basic tapping
Okay.
just to give you an idea
All right.
of what it's like.
All right. All right. So hold on. We got Gloria takes from the big Florida's Big Bend. Oh, that's Gloria, darling. Thank you for being here. Thank Carissa Hunter said yes for CPTSD.
Yes, chronic PT. Yes,
Complex post-traumatic stress disorder, severe anxiety. Tapping has helped with overstimulation. Okay.
yes,
Thank you for sharing that.
exactly.
Yes.
And with the tapping, it helps to bring you back to the present moment.
Okay.
Okay, it brings you back to the present moment, and it also helps you to be able to kind of look at the situation or the issue from a different perspective,
Mhm.
and then also regain the power and the control that you have over your emotions.
Okay.
Because with the statements that we make, that's the psychological part,
Mhm.
because our thoughts will create our emotions. Our emotions will determine our response to the situation or the person. So
Mhm.
when we're tapping to free the path to open up the pathway for the energy to flow, and then also repeatedly telling ourselves of what we need, what we desire, what we want, and in the end, actually focusing only on that, your body will be completely relaxed.
Okay.
That is the goal. Now, the important thing about doing any type of relaxation technique is to
Mhm.
have an open mind.
Okay.
If
So
you go in with, skeptical,
clear your mind.
exactly. You go in feeling skeptical, remember your thoughts create your emotions,
Mm.
okay? So having an open mind and just allowing yourself to just be human and relax.
Okay.
Sometimes it does bring up some intense emotions.
Mhm.
And if that is the case, allow yourself to feel what you are feeling.
Okay.
So that is one of the most important things. It's just allow yourself to be human. In this
Yes.
very moment, you don't have to be strong.
Mhm. Okay. I love
Just
it.
be human.
I love it. So, Michelle is saying, "I'm a witness, it works." Okay. All right. Thank you, Michelle.
Yes.
Ozzy's with us from Virginia Beach. Thank you for being here, Ozzy, and Miss Tracy Golay here in Tallahassee. Thank you for joining us. So, all right. So we are prepping ourselves for tapping. We're getting ready to do some tapping, y'all. But we got to have open mind. We have to, um, allow ourselves to feel and be present and be human. Okay.
Right.
All right.
And, in doing this exercise, I'm hoping that, everyone will understand that life is happening within us.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how much control that we have. And over the years, I'd heard that over and over. Life is not happening to you, it's happening in you. And of course, in my old mindset, I'm like, no, because this person did that and said this and that and the third to me. So no, it's happening to me.
Mm.
But now I realize it's all about that perception.
Mm.
It's all about that perception. And I'm not going to be religious, but we've heard we know the verse in the Bible, greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I understand it now.
Oh,
I understand it. And
yeah.
that I realize how much power and control I have to manage the situations that happen in my life.
Mm.
And one thing that I've learned, and that everybody may not agree, but life is 90%. It's 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you respond.
Mm.
90% of how you respond. And
Yes.
again, I'm saying this from based on what I've gone through in the past few years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And using this method has helped me through some of my most difficult times.
Mm.
So, I'm speaking a lot from experience. I have clients who have actually completed the tapping rounds with me, and they found relief also. But again, it's like relaxing and
Mm-hmm.
just allowing yourself to experience something different.
Yes.
So, yeah. I don't
Okay.
even know what the worst thing to be that could happen. I can't even say the worst thing that could happen because it's no worst thing. The worst thing, okay, the worst thing that can happen is that you are still the same at the end.
Right. All right. But
Okay.
we're gonna be different. We're gonna have a different mindset. All right.
Yeah.
So I got a few more folks I want to recognize. We got Marcus Boston in the house down in Tampa. We also have Sherry Williamson. Happy holidays. And Sister Ebonice is on with us. Happy holy days, everyone. Yes. Greetings. And our sister Sophia Renee, thank you for being here with us. So Iris said, yes, I agree. Our thoughts create our emotions, and life is happening in us. So much wisdom being given here. Thank you, Iris. And then Carissa, I have used tapping with patients while performing labs as a focal point from the pain and anxiety. That's a good one. Cause boy, when they trying to stick that needle in you, it's not fun sometimes. Ah, all right. And God, Brittany, thank you for being here, Brittany. We appreciate you. All right. So again, we're going to focus on the nine of the 12 meridians, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So, what I'm going to do is take you through the tapping, the meridians that we will focus on today.
Okay.
Okay. And we would do 3 rounds of tapping.
Okay.
And in between each round, we would take a deep breath and regroup and get ready for the next round.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Now, with the tapping, I'm going to show you real quick. Well, not real quick. I'm going to show you where the areas that we're going to tap. Okay.
Yep.
So we always start out with karate chop, which is right here. You're going to chop the side of your hand with the tip of your fingers. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And as we're tapping, I will be saying statements that I will need you to repeat after me. You
Okay.
can either say it aloud or say it to yourself. Saying it out loud to me helps it to resonate a lot better.
Okay.
Okay. So we start with the chop, the karate chop, and
Mm-hmm.
then we go to the eyebrow right by the bridge of the nose, right here. And you can use both hands or you can use one. So you're going to tap here. When I say side of the eye, you're going to hit the bones. Tap on the bones on the side of the eye.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Under the eye, we're going to tap the bone under the eye. And then we're going to hit the dip above the lip.
Okay. I hope
And
you
then
all are doing this at home. Y'all following along?
and as we're going through it, I will instruct you on what we're tapping next. Okay. So then we're going to hit the dip under the lip. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to tap the collarbone. The
Clavy.
collarbone. Mhm.
I call her Clavy.
Okay.
That clavicle.
Okay. And so then we're going to tap under our arm, right below the armpit, not in the armpit, but right below the armpit. We're going to tap there.
Okay.
All right.
We
And then
tap,
we're going
tap,
to tap.
tapping in tonight, y'all. Tap, tap, tap in.
And then we're going to tap the top of our head.
Okay.
Okay. See, with me, it's like I automatically start feeling a difference, even just because I've been doing it for so long. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I will keep my eyes open, but I want everyone else to close your eyes
All right.
and just pay attention to my voice. Just hear my voice and the instructions that I'm giving you. Okay. So the
Okay.
statements that I say, I need you all to say it out loud to yourself or say it to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As long as you're focused and concentrating on the statement and fully receiving what you're saying. Okay. The
Okay.
first round, we will acknowledge some of the feelings that we have. Some of this may not apply to you, but keep tapping and just say the statements. It may trigger something that maybe you need to be relaxed from and you didn't even know. Okay.
Okay.
So, I lost my thought. I
Y'all
call
ready?
that 50 plus. I call it 50
It's
plus.
okay. Listen, they tapping. We got Dr. Asha checking in from the other Sunshine State, Cali. We appreciate you, Dr. Asha.
Okay.
We got
So
Malcolm Peterson checking in. Listen,
awesome.
Martin
Awesome.
too. Anton said it tickles. It's okay. And Sophia said, "Don't tap out, tap in." And we got
And
Dr. Anika Fields on with us too. Thank you for being here.
awesome.
All right.
Awesome. So the first round, we are going to acknowledge what we're feeling because with anything that's in our life that we need to change, we first have to acknowledge it.
Okay.
Okay. And then the second round, we will acknowledge it, but then we're going to allow ourselves to feel what we really want and need to feel.
Okay.
And the third round, we're going to focus only on what we want and need to feel. Okay.
All right. Got it.
So I want everyone to sit up straight in their seat.
Okay.
And no one should see me. Everybody's eyes should be closed.
Closed. Eyes
And
closed,
just listen to my voice.
y'all.
Okay. And right now, I want you all to relax your hands. And I want you to take a deep breath through your nose and slowly release it through your mouth. Give me another deep breath through your nose. Release it through your mouth. And let's position our hands for the karate chop. And repeat after me. Sometimes life can be very overwhelming.
Sometimes life can be very overwhelming.
And sometimes I feel like I'm out of control.
And sometimes I feel like I'm out of control.
But I realize that I have full control
But I realize I have full control
of what I have control of.
of what I have control of.
Okay, let's tap the inner eyebrow. Even though I feel anxiety, I fully accept how I feel.
Even though I feel anxiety, I fully accept what I feel.
Even though on the side of the eye, even though I feel stressed, I
Even though I
accept.
feel stressed,
I accept how I feel.
I accept how I feel.
Under the I, even though I worry about my issues,
Even though I worry about my issues,
I accept how I feel.
I accept how I feel.
Under the nose, even though I'm anxious about my finances,
Even though I'm anxious about my finances,
I accept how I feel.
I accept how I feel.
Under the lip, even though coping is difficult sometimes,
Even though coping is difficult sometimes,
I accept how I feel.
I accept how I feel.
Collarbone, even though I feel alone at times,
Even though I feel alone at times,
I accept how I feel.
I accept how I feel.
Under the arm, even though I feel overwhelmed,
Even though I feel overwhelmed,
I accept how I feel.
I accept how I feel.
Top of the head, even though I think I'm not good enough,
Even though I think I'm not good enough,
I accept how I feel.
I accept how I feel.
With the eyes closed, take a deep breath. Let it out slowly and relax. And repeat after me. Tapping on the eyebrow. I feel anxiety,
I feel anxiety,
but I allow myself to be calm.
but I allow myself to be calm.
Side of the eye. I feel stressed,
I feel stressed,
but I allow myself to relax.
but I allow myself to relax.
I feel worried about my issues under the eye.
I feel
I feel,
worried about my issues,
but I allow myself to focus
but I allow myself to focus
on what I have control of.
on what I have control of.
Under the nose, I feel anxious about my finances,
I feel anxious about my finances,
but I allow myself to feel that all is well.
but I allow myself to feel that all is well.
Under the chin, under the lip, I have difficulty coping sometimes,
I have difficulty coping sometimes,
but I allow myself to feel free and joyous.
but I allow myself to feel free and joyous.
Tap on the collarbone. Even though I feel alone sometimes,
Even though I feel alone sometimes,
I am worthy of self love.
I am worthy of self love.
Under the arm, even though I feel overwhelmed,
Even though I feel overwhelmed,
I allow myself to feel peace.
I allow myself to feel peace.
Top of the head, even though I feel I'm not good enough,
Even though I feel I'm not good enough,
I validate
I validate
that I am worthy of receiving love.
that I am worthy of receiving love.
Take a deep breath. Let it out slowly through your mouth. And let's tap the inner eyebrow. I allow myself to be calm.
I'll allow myself to be calm.
The side of the eye, I allow myself to relax.
I allow myself to relax.
Under the eye, I allow myself to focus
I allow myself to focus
on what I have control of.
on what I have control of.
Under the nose, I allow myself to feel that all is well.
I allow myself to feel that all is well.
Under the chin, I allow myself to feel free and joyous.
I allow myself to feel free and joyous.
The collarbone, I am worthy of self love.
I am worthy of self-love.
Under the arm, I am at peace.
I am at peace.
Top of the head, I validate
I
that
validate
that I am worthy of receiving love.
that I am worthy of receiving love.
Take a deep breath through the nose. Slowly blow it out through your mouth. Give me another deep breath. Let it out slowly through your mouth. Give me one more deep breath. And let it out slowly through your mouth. And that completes tapping.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I go to sleep now. Well, how was it for y'all? I want to know. How was it? How was it? How was it? Let us know in the comments. I really feel very at peace myself and at ease and just light again, like I could go to sleep. All right. Sophia said Ashe. Yes, Ashe. All right. So let us hear from you all. How do you feel? Dr. Asha, grounding. Yes. All right. Michelle, I am at peace. Yes. Thank you for sharing. Miss Portia, that was relaxing. Yes. All right. Iris, powerful process. Yes. Malcolm, relax. Yes. Thank you for sharing. Amanla, Dr. Haynes is on. Affirmed. Yes. Absolutely feel affirmed. Anton, relieving. Yes. Thank you for sharing. Shantae, relaxed. Yes. Okay. Thank you for sharing. All right. So,
With the tapping,
mhm,
it can provide immediate relief at the most difficult times, but we're not always in a private setting so that we
mhm,
can do it. So there are ways where if you can discreetly just tap,
mhm,
and
mhm.
then it's like in saying to yourself, all is well. I'm at peace. I got this. Lord, I know
Yeah.
you're with me. And whatever you need to hear in that moment. Okay.
Mhm,
If you can't do the full round of it, okay, they're
mhm.
all in the present moment. Exactly. Good, that's great. And the other, if you can go to like a private place, you can just tap the face, just do your points, your pressure points here.
Mhm.
Now, one thing I did forget to do was have everyone rate their intensity beforehand and then tell me where they were at the end.
Mm.
But the responses that it has had a positive impact.
Yeah.
But I forgot to do that in the beginning.
Mhm. And when you rate in the beginning, tell me kind of like what is there like a scale from 1 to 10 or 1 to 5 or
The scale is 0 to 10, and
okay.
10 being the most intense.
Okay.
Okay. And after you complete the process of tapping, you then rate yourself again 0 to 10.
Okay.
And even if it goes down one number, it's made a difference.
Mhm.
It's made a difference.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Wow. Okay. Well, all of us are feeling quite similar, it seems, relaxed, affirmed, relieved, in the present, peaceful, grounded. So there clearly is something too, and that wasn't a whole lot of time, right? Just doing like
No.
3 rounds of that.
Yes.
Mhm.
And the more intense levels, they have more rounds and they dig a little deeper because
Mm,
especially with addiction.
mhm.
It's used with those with addiction problems and to help them to cope through and navigate through that
Yeah,
and facilitate change.
I could
Yeah.
see how that can happen. Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
So
Mhm. Mhm.
Brittany said, "I feel like I can finally love myself without numbing my life to not feeling anything." Very,
Mm.
very powerful. Thank you for sharing, Brittany.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. And Antoine, he's agreeing. Sophia, clear and peaceful. Thank you for sharing with us. Indeed. Thank you. And so mom said awareness. Awareness.
With deep breathing, I often say that when we feed our brain
Mhm.
oxygen, it
Mhm.
helps us to be able to look at the situation a little differently
Yeah.
because it puts us in a different frame, a different thought process. And we do it a lot, but we
Mhm.
don't realize the real meaning behind it because, we've all had those moments where we're like, oh, I gotta breathe, and but that really does make a difference.
Yeah.
But when you breathe, what you're doing is inhaling what you want and exhaling what you do not need.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. And then you can respond differently to others. And
Mhm.
remember, life is 10% of what happens to you, and 90% of how you respond.
Mm.
And I just can't go back. I can't say this enough, after losing my daughter, it was hard to see that 10%, of life happening to me, but I
Mhm.
do understand because I then had to tap the power within myself.
Yeah.
And like I said, step outside of the box and
Mhm.
find other ways to view what has happened and find
Right.
other ways cope with it, to handle it, to manage, what I was going through. So when I was
Mm.
introduced to tapping, I was amazed, and I
Yeah.
teach it all the time.
Indeed. Indeed. All right. So, Sister Abeniche said this oxygen is life force energy called prana, prana, prana. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but she said we need it as we breathe out the negative particles in the form of carbon dioxide. So I like the thought of inhaling what you want and exhaling what you don't need.
And sometimes you have to actually say it. Okay, I
Mm,
need some peace. I got my peace. Ooh, letting go. Negative energy.
mhm.
And when you do it, it really does naturally relax your body.
Yeah.
Naturally. That's the thing I like about it. So it doesn't even take a whole lot of effort. I think one of the most challenging parts is changing that thought process, changing
Mhm.
those thoughts. Because when you inhale the goodness, you can't continue to think about the situation or see the person in the same light and expect change. So whatever you're
Yeah.
inhaling, you need to let it manifest, let it, digest it, and blow out what you don't. And it's all right here. This is a
Yeah.
powerful tool. Our brain is
Mhm.
very powerful.
It is, and, everything starts with mindset, but I again, just kind of an extension of what you mentioned in terms of inhaling what you want. Imagine inhaling that which you want and it extending throughout your entire body. So if it is peace, if it is love, if it is joy, and you just exuding that, because you are breathing that in. So visualize yourself breathing in the joy, breathing in the love, breathing in the peace, the kindness, the hope, breathing in that which you want. And again, it just filtrating through your body, and you just again exude that. You just that's people see that because that's what you're representing. That's a powerful thought. I really
Mhm.
that brings me joy just to even think about that. Um,
Mhm. Yeah.
Sister Avanisha said, "We spend too much time indoors. We must reconnect and recharge." So, connecting with nature is really big. I know I'm big on that, especially the beach. That's my favorite place to be. But, also can connect with, the the wind, the air, the trees, just nature, period. So
Yes.
it's a very good
I
point.
Yeah, I agree. I had one of those moments yesterday, and it's that time of year, and so emotions are everywhere, and I just took a walk outside. And often at our office, if we're having like a challenging day, we always
Mhm.
have this saying, I have an appointment with Mr. Sun. So we'll go
Okay.
outside and get recharged. And so yesterday was one of those days. I just took a walk down our
Okay.
strip, just walked, took a deep breath, took in Mother Nature, took in all that the ancestors and my guardian angels and infinite spirit had to give me. And when I
Mhm.
got back to the office, I was a new person. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's recharging, and it's
Mm,
very, very important.
mhm. Yes,
Again, yeah.
I love that thought. Yeah. Yes, focus on what you want to happen. Yes, 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 yes. Is that
Yes, because
yeah, like you was talking about the energy, right? So,
yeah.
you know, that has energy, and so you want to focus on that and not on that which is negative or filled with lack or, anger and sadness and disappointment. And not that you won't have those experiences, but you don't want to continue to harbor on those because you begin to manifest all of that.
Exactly. And and many know that what you focus on in your life is what's going to expand. So if you find
Yeah.
yourself surrounded by a lot of negativity, then it's time for a self-check. What are you
Mhm.
actually talking about? Your words have power. What are you focusing on? Because you're drawing that energy back to you.
Yes.
What you put out into the world comes back tenfold. So we have to
Mhm.
do a self check all the time in order to maintain that balance. Because we're
Indeed.
human, so we're not perfect. We're going to mess up.
Yes. Brittany said, with every tap, as a person who used to have suicidal thoughts and attempts, I touch the life of a vessel who Jesus found worth dying for. Hallelujah. Yes. Brittany, you have, and thank you for sharing. You absolutely are worth dying for, and we are so glad that you are here with us. And, again, hopefully that tapping technique can keep you present, and not only you, but all of us, keep us present, keep us grounded, keep us peaceful and aware. All of the things that we all said we experienced during this exercise just now, affirm, relaxed, at peace, all of that, because, we know that we have a lot of noise that's coming at us, and it can be confusing at times. Um, a lot of
Very.
a lot of different messaging, but when I feel like, and I was kinda making a joke about it because of the song "Tap In," which is, I forget which artist sings it, but really it is a tapping within because you are connecting as you are doing that tap, you know, you are connected within. There's something happening there, right?
Exactly, exactly. Iyanla Van Zandt published a book some years ago, Tapping the Power Within.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, I didn't fully understand it, but as you know, years progressed, I definitely understand. And that's what you're doing. You're
Mm,
tapping your power from within yourself. And it's if you have the open mind, the openness to do it,
mm-hmm.
it becomes like breathing.
Yeah.
It's like breathing, and it can happen instantly simply because you have allowed it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have to get away from our ego way of living and thinking, like, okay, I have to be right, it
Mm,
has to go my way. And we don't realize that we're doing it sometimes, realize it. But if you step back, take that deep breath, okay, so maybe I should look at this differently, so then I can respond differently. You know,
mhm.
we have to let go of that ego.
Yeah,
We have to let go of the ego.
for sure. So I want to not acknowledge Dr. Terry Parks, a psychologist in Atlanta, who is joining us. Thank you for being on with us, Dr. Parks. Abeniche said that sometimes people experience trauma in their body, and the tapping redirects that energy and calms the body by overriding those over busy circuits.
Yes, yes, exactly. Yes,
Yes, yes, yes, yes.
yes, yes.
Nice. Sophia Renee said, I am a stroke survivor. I use tapping and quanking in the morning. You have enhanced my practice. That is like a beautiful meditation. Oh, nice. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing.
Sophia, it's interesting that you shared that because I'm hmm, mm, I'm a survivor of a brain aneurysm rupturing twice in
Oh,
1 month. And that was and being fearful of that, led me, when I found the tapping technique
mhm.
that helped me to keep myself calm
Wow.
and relax, so that my blood pressure would not, escalate.
Mm,
So, Sophia, you're absolutely right. This really, it does help. It helps with the blood pressure.
mhm.
So yeah.
I'm not familiar with that other, uh, I'm thinking it's quanging,
Keep
QIGO.
keep
Yeah,
keep going.
I'm not sure what it is. Sophia, if you could give us a little bit more information on that, that would be great. But she mentioned this exercise
Yeah.
has enhanced her practice. So happy to do that.
Yeah, I like the keep
Iris,
going. Mhm.
yeah, for sure. Iris said the process makes you focus on being in the moment. So often thoughts try to take us away from the present moment. Absolutely. This reminds us that having our presence in the present is powerful. Yes.
Exactly. Yes.
Mm,
Yes. And I often teach my clients on how to live in the present moment, live in the conscious mind. When they say make a conscious decision, you
mhm.
want to make a decision that's based on what's going on right here and right now,
Yeah.
and not what's based on things that happened in the past or things that are in our subconscious mind. And
Mhm.
so when you take that deep breath and refocus and bring it to the very moment that you're in,
Yeah.
you will probably see that whatever was said and done, it may not be connected to what has happened in the past. There may be a different way, a different reason for it's happening. So
Mhm.
let's take it for what it is right now and
Mhm.
live in this moment, this person, this situation.
Yeah.
So, and that takes a lot of practice, but it is possible. And that's why we have professionals
That's
to
right.
help you navigate through that.
That is absolutely right. All right. Sherry said, wow, I love that way of thinking. Dr. Park says somatic therapy works when the trauma is trapped in the body. And he's referencing the book, The Body Keeps the Score. Yes.
Mm.
And Ira said, great book suggestion. I read that one and found it helpful. All right, good deal. Thank you both. Sister Abeniche, thank you for sharing your journey of bravery. Maybe this will give others incentive to do these therapies. Yes, and she said that it is pronounced Qigong.
Qigong, okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that. Wow. All right. Well, this has been a great conversation, and we got a little tapping in free on the house for the free 99. So that's always a great thing. And I think this was, at least for me, and I think for the viewers too, they enjoyed it. So we are at the end of our conversation. So I want to give you an opportunity to give some closing remarks and also tell people how they can connect with you.
Okay, thank you. First of all, I want to thank everyone for joining in tonight. And I just want to re-emphasize that you have more power within you that can overpower anything outside of you. And it starts with the thought.
Mhm.
It starts with your thought. Your thought's going to create your emotions. Your emotions will determine your response to the world. Life is 10%, and you have all the power with that 90%. I am the owner of Beyond Your Surface, which is a life coaching and professional listening service. You can reach me at beyondyoursurface.com, beyondyoursurface@gmail.com. And my telephone number is on the screen, 850-298-0880. And I appreciate you all so much. And I really hope that this has been relaxing and very positively impacting for you.
Indeed, indeed. Tell them about, did you just start a podcast?
Oh, yes. Yes. Yes, Beyond Your Surface LLC on Facebook. I have a podcast that airs every Thursday at 8 o'clock.
Mhm.
Tomorrow, we will be talking about Black men, mental health, and self care. I have 3 awesome guests that are coming on who are active in the community, Black males who will be able to provide some guidance and education and resources for our Black males. So please join us tomorrow night, chime in. If you want to join the live, we probably will be able to let you come in if you want to make a comment. But Thursday nights, Beyond Your Surface LLC at 8 o'clock.
Okay, very good. So you all connect with her, follow her, stay in touch with her, because she is definitely having those types of conversations that we need to hear and be a part of. And she is providing services. Also, are you taking any new clients currently?
Yes, I am. I am accepting new clients. Yes.
All right, very good. So there you have it. So we are getting all sorts of comments. I want to definitely acknowledge some of these. Michelle says it helps me no only heal past traumas, but not only, I think she meant it helps me not only heal past traumas, but it also allows me to be quiet and hear what he is saying to me. Yes, thank you for sharing that. All right, Mr.
Yes.
Marcus Boss, and hopefully you tapped in and benefited from this tonight. Amanla, thank you for the great exercise. You are welcome, my sister. I appreciate you. All right,
Thank
Michelle.
you.
Thank you. Sophia, always an excellent show. Salute, Nicole. Thank you, Sophia. Renee, I appreciate you. Uh, Sister Abeniche, thank you so much for showing everyone how to raise their vibrations. Indeed. Bless. Be blessed. Ozzy, awesome conversation tonight. Tap into the now and stay there. Yes. All right. And Brittany, Exodus 3 and 5, when God told Moses to not come any closer and remove his shoes, a lot of times we are numb to feeling anything because of so many covers. We need to start feeling again. Tap in, tap in. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you, Brittany, for sharing that. All right. And Ira said, thank you. Tammy, thank you so much. I'm at peace. Learning tapping today for life. Yes, wonderful. I love it. Y'all, if for those of you who may be new to the Conversation with Nicole platform, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are here on Mondays and Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. The focus is on mental health and wellness, specifically in Black and Brown communities, but it can benefit others as well. We are all about trying to connect folks, and Jenetta is one that you want to connect with. Please, let's keep this conversation going. Please share this with a friend, a family member, someone who you believe will benefit from this discussion on emotional freedom technique, also known as tap tonight. All right. I think that's it for us. All hearts and minds clear? Yes. All right. Well, we're gonna bid you all and have a safe weekend, especially those of you who are going to Atlanta to watch the Rattlers whoop up on the Howard Bison. Yes, in the Celebration Bowl. So be safe out there. And we will see y'all next time. Peace.